This is A's Japan lapbook. This is the only country lapbook we've done. We should probably do a United States one, but we chose to just do Japan because my sister A's aunt just recently moved to Okinawa, and she's been sending us care packages, and we just wanted to know more about where our aunt is living. And this lapbook I did not get at homeschoolshare.com like I get most of them. This one was at lapbooklessons.com. So that's where that is. So we flipped this up. We did colorful kimonos. It's just gorgeous, and he made those, and he in fact wanted to make more and more and more kimonos, so he did a lot of that. We did population, which he had no idea what that meant, and that was really interesting. So I would tell him the amount, which he doesn't understand, you know, being only 4, what millions means and stuff, but I told him where to mark it, and he did the graph coloring in, but I just wanted him to know that Japan is such a small island, and look at how many people they have, and we're such a big country, and it's not that different. We're pretty close in population, I mean relatively considering sizes. Over on this side we did a samurai mask, and we talked about what a samurai was. We researched it, so he had to answer the questions. You know, it's a Japanese warrior, and what some of their skills, and what's Bushido, which is their code of conduct that they follow. And then, this is kind of hard to see. It's just the numbers in Japanese writing and in how you say it. So, like, one is ichi, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shi, chi, hachi, kyu, and yu, ju. And so these we actually heard on, we watched on YouTube, and we practiced that a couple times. So, this is a flag of Japan, and we just talked about how this was supposed to be like the blazing sun, and some stuff about that, some geography, and we talked about where in the world is Japan, and he had to color it on the world map and talk about the continent, which is Asia, which is just learning about continents. And we talked about what time is it in Tokyo and what time is it in Vancouver, which is where we lived. So he understands that his aunt is a day ahead of us, which is one of his favorite things to say that he's learned this year, that Japan's a year ahead of us. So, so we lift this up. Oh! And here's our bento box, which I love. So he made a little bento box. And then these are just some of his origami, and I think he might have taken a lot out of it. And what was so great was I was at Target, and they had on clearance for like $4 an origami kit with a book of instructions and origami paper, which I was kind of wondering how in the world I was going to know how to do this and afford to do it, because it can get really expensive to get origami paper. So I just totally lucked out getting the origami kit, so that was really fun. And we talked about, you know, the paper cranes, the 1,000 cranes. We talked about that, and we read some really great Japan books called, I think one of them is My Japan, and another one is like, I'll put them on the post, but there's some really great books that we did research on for that. And then this is his fan that he did. Might just keep it in here. And then we actually did this in May because I wanted it to go around the National Children's Holiday, and he made this carp, and we hung it outside because he is our son, and how it's meant to represent strength, determination, and stuff like that. So that hangs outside, and that's his carp, made with streamers and cardboard and construction paper, so real simple. And then these were colors in Japanese, and we looked them up on YouTube and saw people say them, and he could guess like pinku, oh I think that's pink, you know, so we kind of made some guesses. Midori is green, so we kind of, that's just the colors. And then one of the last things we did for this was, this was something that I did that was different, that was not included in the lab book, and I just wanted him to do a representation of cherry blossom trees, because that's one of my favorite times of year, telling me that spring has come. And so I did one and modeled one, and he did this, and I just think it's beautiful. So that is his cherry blossom trees. So that is our Japan lab book.